All right, you ready? I'm ready. Let's do this. What up, my dudes and my lady dudes? Welcome back to another episode. Everybody loves Hypnotoad. It's me, your boy, the Hypnotoad.
All glory to the Hypnotoad.
We're back here with some casual geographics. Our boy, one of the staples here on the channel. So you already know, before we get into anything, hit the like, subscribe if you're not, ring the bell. You'll always know when I do stuff. Okay? Drop a comment. Let me know if you've had your water today and if you got your coffee ready. Also, like I just said, casual geographics. If you don't know, now you know. Go to the original content, or go give the original content its view. Englishing is hard. We all know I don't do it good. But if I've told you once, I've told you 1,000 times at this point. Go give the original content its view and go like the video like this. Boom. Easy. Let's do this and start the intro.
This is exhilarating. Get excited.
So apparently today, we get to watch wholesome things. I'm not sure if we're getting clickbaited right now either, because he has baited us before, or at least he's baited me before. So if you haven't smiled yet today, we're gonna do that right now. We're gonna do wholesome things. Are you ready? Let's go.
Nah, this isn't clickbait. You're actually getting a wholesome video this time.
No cap?
Normally I would just traumatize you for 8 to 10 minutes, however long I need for mid-rolls.
Right.
Which, to be fair, isn't that hard to do, because nature's
Nah.
a bit... Oh, the video
Hey,
cut off.
whoa,
That
whoa.
was weird. But I was gonna say nature's a brutal reality show where life is all about trying to get renewed to the next season. But it...
Literally, that's life in a nutshell. Not even nature. You just want to get to the next chapter, sometimes as quickly as possible. And if you can relate to that, like button.
In honor of the calendar turning to 2022, here's 22 animal facts to remind you that it ain't all that bad. Few
Okay.
animals have a
You're
worse
right.
PR team than hyenas. Mostly
Right.
thanks to Lion King, hyenas got stuck with the label of dead-eyed drooling scavengers that only survive by licking off a lion's plate.
That's
Basically, we got a lot
correct.
wrong about them.
Yeah.
But something you probably didn't know is that hyenas form legitimate friendships with each other.
Yeah.
And because they live
They
in
be
a
cool.
hierarchy, low-ranking hyenas are more likely to seek relationships with higher-ranking females.
That's
Yeah,
right.
basically they're social climbers.
They seen the clout and they was like, what's happening though? Like, hey yo, what's happening though?
Not only that, but hyenas will even go out of their way to bond with the friends of their friends.
Let's go.
This type of networking is known as triad closure. And it's one way for a hyena stuck at the bottom rung of the social ladder to move on up without having to fight. Biologists
Because
observe-
violence isn't always the answer. Okay? Violence isn't always the answer. At least right now, here in this video, it's not.
female named Waffles that went from the lowest tier member of the clan to the very top.
Oh,
Not by
snap.
running fades, but by befriending the right hyenas until she managed to ride the cloud elevator all the way to the top floor.
She said started
Waffles
from the
went
bottom,
dominant
now we
caste
here.
to alpha female and didn't have to choose violence once. And
Let's
Waffles'
go.
behavior wasn't just a coincidence. In cooperative problem-solving tests, a pair of spotted hyenas actually outperformed chimpanzees. And in
Okay.
these tests, the more seasoned hyenas would go out of their way to help the less experienced complete their tasks.
Oh,
And they were able to do
alright,
this without
alright.
being trained. So
Wow.
yeah, not only are hyenas smarter than you think, they have a social circle just like us.
See, sometimes it's not what you know, it's who you know. Remember that. You gotta help the people in the squad. You already know. Here in the Infinity, all the time. Join, come join Infinity. We're all cool here. Be a part of something great.
And kind of like some sharks. Not all sharks are mindless antisocial eating machines. A
Mm,
4-year study
yeah,
done at
true,
the Palmyra Atoll in the Pacific Ocean found that gray reef sharks will actually link up with the same group of sharks year after year.
Oh
And even
snap!
though they'll go
They
out
got the
into
homies,
open
though.
ocean at night for food, they'll spend their day hanging out on the reef with the same group. Scientists believe these sharks will not only recognize specific individuals, but will actively choose to hang out with them. And many
They got
of
the
these
buddy
reef sharks
system.
maintain the same social circle for the entire 4-year study.
There you
But
go.
according to them, these technically aren't friendships. It's more accurate to describe them as associates.
Okay.
But like convenience friends.
Right,
You
right,
know,
right,
like
right.
the kind that would make no sense anywhere else except the place you work. And
Yeah,
since I'm just
yeah.
gonna commit to the work analogy, if going off for food is a shift, then these sharks meeting up on the reef is their version of chilling in the break room.
That one person when you be at work and they be like, yo, add me on this, and you have to look at them and be like, yo, I can't even do that. You don't even know me like that outside of work. Like the one means that I'm damn near a gang member out here. What you mean? I'm a whole another, this is my work persona. You don't know me like that. I can't add you like that. Especially for those people who are sussy, you know? You don't want to go do the activities I'm trying to go do outside of work. Because, you know.
Some fish are just way smarter than you think. But the smartest fish of them all is the manta ray.
Yeah, those things
which
are
makes
mad
sense
smart.
because they have by far the biggest brain of any fish.
That's correct.
Just for reference, the whale shark is the biggest fish in the sea, yet the manta ray's brain can be up to 10 times larger.
That's correct.
The undersea Einstein has the mental capacity for problem solving, learning, and communication. But by
And this is why in Finding Nemo, he was the teacher. Boom. That's why, in case you were wondering. Just like with the turtle, Crush. Favorite character, since we're segueing at the moment. Crush is perceived like he's high.
Whoa! And then you were like, whoa. What are you talking about? You, Mini-Man, taking on the jellies.
Because sea turtles eat jellyfish. And they get a little fried. Therefore, which is why he was by Jellyfish Fields. Taking on the jellies. Yeah.
By far, the most impressive thing is they can pass a test that most animals on the planet fail. The mirror test is the ultimate show of self-recognition and intelligence.
Those
All
ones
an
are
animal
funny.
needs to do to pass is recognize their own reflection. And when a manta ray swam up to the plate, they seemingly aced it.
Yep.
Captive manta rays reacted by blowing bubbles at their mirror cells and flipping over to look at their own underside. And we know
Like,
they
I
were
got
checking
anything under
themselves
there?
out because manta rays will often flash their white colorings whenever they meet a new manta. When looking at the manta in the mirror, they didn't do any of that.
Nope.
Meaning this party-sized Pacific
I know
pancake
that's me.
actually recognized itself in the mirror.
Right, I know
Which
that's
also
me.
means an underwater placemat passed a test that most dogs, cats, and humans younger than 18 months couldn't. Pigs are another animal that were smart enough to conquer the mirror test.
True,
it's not
but
surprising,
bacon's
since pigs are
delicious.
considered the 4th smartest animal in the world behind great apes, cetaceans like dolphins, and elephants.
Yep.
Pigs are smart enough to recognize and respond to their own names when they're only 2 weeks old.
True.
On average, they can learn tricks much faster than dogs.
Yep.
Newborn piglets quickly learn to tell their mother's voice apart from all the others and will come running whenever she calls. Also, mother pigs will often sing to their hungry litter of nursing porkies. That doesn't really have to
Drop a comment if you've ever watched Babe. If you're old enough to know what Babe is, and if you've watched it, and/or Charlotte's Web, drop a comment.
do with intelligence, I just wanted to include it. But if you want the ultimate proof of pig perception, in 2016, Lulu the potbelly pig saved
remember her.
from a near-fatal heart attack by running out into the road and playing dead.
Yup.
Only getting up to lead the good Samaritan that had checked on her to her fallen owner. In 2014, a pet pig named Lucky saved his family from becoming an ashtray after waking up the entire house with frantic squealing at 4 in the morning.
Let's go.
Because of the swine savior, the family just barely made it out of the house, which had just gone up in flames. So yeah, adopt a pig and might just end up saving your life.
I'm still eating bacon. I still love bacon. Still gonna happen. Smile.
You could say the same for your pet cat.
Nope.
Plenty of studies
They're
prove
assholes.
that owning a furry roommate can actually be good for your health.
Yeah,
Just
that's what they
holding one
say.
can increase serotonin while also lowering cortisol levels and blood pressure.
Nah, I'm
Having
good.
a long-term cat friend can also lower the risk of heart disease, and studies show that it can reduce the risk of health issues like a stroke by around 30%.
I mean, or I could just go roll up and not clean up after that furry little asshole. That's just me though. I'm just saying.
And it turns out cats purr at a frequency believed to have borderline therapeutic healing effects on human bones, muscles, and tendons. On top of all that, some surveys show that just owning one can make you more attractive.
Ooh.
In a poll, it was discovered that nearly 90% of single women subconsciously viewed men with cats as more caring and nurturing.
I'm gonna go ahead and just say that they just want to pet your cat. They don't want anything to do with you. They literally just want to pet the cat. And they would put this dude on the screen holding this cat with just this jawline and the hair and like, really? This isn't your average Joe with a cat. Stop it.
You know how they say you gotta spend money to make money?
That's
I'm
true.
not gonna make the joke, but you can probably put it together.
Hey.
But none of these are the actual fact for this part. Because cats do so much for us without even realizing.
If you get the joke, I just want you to put a winky face in the comment section. That's it. Nothing else. If you get this joke, put the timestamp and put a winky face.
Realizing it, the least you can do is tell them you love them. And you can, by blinking. Slow blinking has been proven to evoke positive and happy emotions in a cat. If it responds with a blink back, then you know the feeling's mutual. And if it's a new cat, the slow blink makes the cat more likely to approach an unfamiliar person without malicious intent. Basically, a blink can make a cat go from grr to purr in a second. But unlike pet cats, tigers can't purr because they're literally not built that way.
No, they're not.
Instead,
They're not
tigers
built
will
like
make
that.
this sound known as a chuff, which they typically use to greet each other or express comfort.
Yep.
It's pretty much their happy sound.
Yeah. It's like, oh,
And
we're
just
cool,
like
bro.
house cats, tigers will also use a slow blink to show affection, and they'll even roll over and expose
Their belly.
And
Yeah,
since their underside is their most vulnerable spot, this is the ultimate sign of trust.
that's right.
Another fact is that tigers can be selfless
Yep.
when they want to be.
Yeah.
Now, to be fair,
Not
male
when they're trying to
tigers
kill you.
typically get the females pregnant and then just go about their business like a tiger Tristan Thompson. But if a male tiger meets a female he's mated with, not only will they share a kill, but the male will let the female and what you have to assume are his cubs eat first.
Right.
Once the female and her
Good
cubs
guy.
get their fill, only then will the male take his share.
There you
Literally the
go.
polar opposite
Instead
of
of a
lion
lion.
society.
Yeah.
But cubs
He's
can't
eating
get too
first.
comfortable, because like lions, male tigers typically turn any cubs they come across into past tense.
Facts.
But what would happen if someone did the same to his mate?
Don't do
Rhetorical
that.
question. We know the answer. It doesn't end well.
Don't do
Because
that.
one
Yeah.
man allegedly messed around and found out.
Yeah.
Once near a village in Sithathodu in India, a man shot down a full-grown tigress. The poacher,
Shouldn't have
named
did that.
Baby, came across her while part of a group of people illegally brewing alcohol in the forest, and the encounter cost her her life.
Yeah.
But some bad deeds do not go unpunished.
Nope.
Because 3 days later, Baby was
Big
confronted
homie.
by a male tiger believed to be the mate of the female he had slaughtered.
Yeah, big
And the
homie
widower
hunted you
proceeded to
down.
Put the baby to bed as the rightfully pissed off male tiger brutally mauled the poacher.
Can we say Shere Khan? Y'all pissed? Y'all, is that why Shere Khan is so mad in Jungle Book? Somebody messed around and took his girlfriend from him, and now he's just like, you know what? I'm gonna everybody catching smoke. Everybody catching smoke. Everybody can get it. Anybody can get it.
Baby survived the initial attack, but the injuries gave him an expiration date of only a few days later.
Ugh.
But the tiger didn't stop there. The male allegedly mauled any human he came across, and I can't
What did I just get finished? It's Shere Khan. Literally Shere Khan.
say I blame him.
I
For
don't
a
blame him
usually
either.
solitary predator, tigers can be loyal.
Yeah.
Do you want to know what else is? I can give you 100 guesses, and you still probably won't come up with the animal next.
True.
And that's because not a lot of animals are more loyal than the golden jackal. They're one of the few mammals that are monogamous.
Yes.
And unlike half of all humans, when they say till death do them part,
They're
they
not
actually
joking.
mean.
Yeah.
Golden jackal couples spend most of their lives together, which also makes the male jackal one of the best fathers in the entire animal kingdom.
Correct.
The father jackal is so important to the family that if something ever happened to him, there's a
They're
good chance his
folded.
cubs wouldn't survive to the next season.
Yeah, they're
And
folded.
that's because when a mother and father hunt together, their success rate is 3 times higher than if they would have went at it alone. When the female
As the saying goes, right? 2 heads better than 1, correct? Teamwork making the dream work. There is no I in team, but there is a me. So, I mean, that's beyond the point.
female jackal's ready to give birth, her partner will dig protective burrows for the pups and he'll defend them all with his life. And if there's a shortage of food, the father jackal will vomit whatever's left in his stomach to feed his children. Yeah,
That's
it may
commitment.
be gross, but it's the only thing keeping that face alive.
Right, that's
But lucky
commitment.
for them, they got parents that work well together, or at least better than 50% of marriages. Coyotes are the
Hey. That
jackals of
is that's a direct punch to the human race right there. Literally, the animal kingdom has a better marriage rate than us humans. That's crazy. And they can't even talk. There are no words. That's crazy.
America, but instead of working well with other coyotes, some have started teaming up with their worst enemy. Normally, coyotes and badgers hate each other with extreme prejudice.
That's
But
correct.
together, they make a deadly 1-2 punch. Coyotes and American badgers have been known to use team play to grief prairie dogs and ground squirrels.
Oh, nice.
Basically, it goes like this. Badgers can flush out the prairie dogs by invading their burrow,
Yep.
and if the prairie dogs try to hightail it on land, then they'll get run down by the wild coyote. So
Yep.
even though coyotes and badgers are mortal enemies, their hunting success rate actually shoots up 30% when they set aside their differences.
Well, they
And
know
I
what's
can't
happening.
be 100% sure, but they almost look like friends here.
Literally.
But somehow coyotes and badgers aren't even the weirdest couple on this list.
No.
This is your obligatory spider worm because I understand that it do be like that.
So it's on the screen right now, obviously. He gave you the warning. You know, I'm gonna let you leave. See, it's on. You leave right now if you don't wanna, because, yeah. All right, there we go.
Tarantulas have been known to adopt tiny dotted humming frogs and let them crash in their burrow.
Yep.
This bite-sized kermit is actually perfectly safe because it eats the insects that could possibly destroy the spider's clutch of eggs.
That's
In
correct.
return, the frog gets a rent-free apartment and an 8-legged bodyguard.
Yes.
So in a case of mutualism on steroids, the safest place in the jungle for a juicy humming frog is actually right under his arachnid roommate. And the tarantula will even use chemical cues to recognize their particular frog. It's an
Right.
equal partnership where both parties have something to gain.
Literally.
Sometimes animals might help each other out even when they don't get anything in return.
True,
Orcas are
true.
the biggest bullies of the ocean, and not
Man.
seals, stingrays, sharks, or even other orcas are safe from the carnage this Oreo guppy can cause.
Literally.
But there is at least one animal that'll stand up to them. Humpback whales have been
Yeah,
seen
they're not
protecting
playing it.
animals like this seal from hunting orcas looking for takeout.
Yep.
In this case, a whale carefully balanced the Weddell seal on its chest after a pot of malicious equality symbols knocked it off an ice floe.
Yeah.
And the humpback proceeded to keep the seal out of harm's way, even though it didn't seem to noticeably benefit the whale in any way. To date, humpback whales have played guardian angels with seals, sunfish, and even baby gray whales.
We have to play the Dory playing humpback doing because Dory speaks humpback. Dory speaks humpback. She's fluent. Watch.
Maybe I should try humpback.
No, don't try humpback. Whoa! All right. Whoa! You actually sound sick.
Maybe louder, huh?
Don't do that.
Too much orca. Didn't it sound a little orca-ish?
It doesn't sound orca. It's
Humpbacks will often harass killer whales and confront them as a group in an act known as mobbing. And they'll turn up
Baby
the intensity
mobbing.
if there are any humpback
We
calves
steady
around.
mobbing.
And if there
Hey.
aren't any around, it's possible they satisfy this parental drive by defending any animal being targeted. I can't tell you for sure what it is, but it does mean humpbacks might be the only thing alive that can send a pod of orcas the other way. And
The
this
ocean
drive to
guardian.
protect others can extend to people. A marine biologist was terrified as a 50,000-pound humpback got
That's a-
dangerously close to her.
Yeah,
nudging
that's
at her with
something
its
to
head
be-
and bumping her with its belly.
It's
And
literally
it wasn't
something to be
until she
worried about.
scrambled onto the safety of the boat that she noticed a 15-foot tiger shark on the other side of the whale. There's a solid chance this was a pure coincidence and the
Yikes.
whale only helped her out by accident. But given their track record for altruism, I
Right.
would doubt it.
No.
Cetaceans are one of the top 5 smartest animals on the planet, so it's not
Yeah.
hard to believe.
No. it's
Speaking
not.
of cetaceans, dolphins have a pretty good argument for being the smartest thing on Earth that doesn't have thumbs.
True.
In fact, bottlenose dolphins are so intelligent that they start learning before they're born. And that's because mother dolphins
What's
will sing
good?
to their calves while they're still in the womb. That way, the unborn bottlenose learns its mother's signature whistle.
Let's
the mother
go.
dolphin performs its signature whistle for the baby months before it's born and will continue doing it in the weeks after. But dolphins aren't the only animals that talk to their kids before they're alive.
So, alright. He's not gonna ruin the smiles and stuff like that, but I can't let dolphins get away with it because there is a certain number of people in, in the time span of a year and stuff like that, that they get folded. They get totally taken by dolphins because dolphins will definitely hump them. Dolphin ape, because we're not gonna say the word. YouTube don't like that. But dolphin ape? Dolphins aping you? That's a thing. People died a dolphin ape. The dolphin grape. There we go. Dolphin grape. But dolphins are smart and they're cool. But people still get taken out by dolphin grape.
Alligator and crocodile hatchlings will call out to their mother while still in the eggs to let her know that they're ready to hatch.
Right.
As soon as the mother gator hears
'Cause they'll
this
get
call,
folded
she'll
trying to get
immediately
to the
start
water.
digging her children out. But it's believed that baby gators are also coordinating their hatching time when they make that noise. In an experiment, scientists played the sound of these egg calls around an alligator and her eggs just to judge their reaction. Not only did the mother alligator immediately start digging up the speaker, the baby gator started calling back and even began hatching.
Okay.
So it's possible the alligator hatchlings call out to make sure all the siblings are on the same page and hatch together.
Right.
While also getting the
Stronger
mother's
as a
attention.
unit.
A mother's attention is something octopus never get because they're born orphans. The mother usually dies as soon as they're born and the father
Yeah.
gives up on life long before.
That's
Which
right.
means these babies are the size of a grain of rice, yet have to figure out life in an ocean full of stranger danger.
Bro.
Since octopus are the smartest things in the ocean without a backbone, this
That's
can lead
right.
to what I like to call creative problem solving.
Yeah, buddy.
This octopus manages to avoid the jaws of a deadly moray eel by riding it like a drunk sorority girl on a mechanical bar bull.
Rodeo, let's go. Ride 'em, Octi. Ride 'em, Octi. Get 'em.
Except I'm pretty
Get
sure
'em,
the octopus
Octi.
lasted longer. This baby blanket octopus was seen piling a jellyfish using the tentacles in case they ever needed to go into defensive. Perhaps the
Oh,
best
nice.
example of cephalopod creativity is that some will carry 2 halves of a coconut to use as a travel-sized panic room.
Right.
At the first
Yeah.
sign of danger,
Just
the octopus
up.
retreats back into its makeshift shell.
That's
When
right.
they're not doing that, they're carrying it around like they're late for a flight.
That's why they
Octopus are
do
just
that.
one of those animals whose intelligence never fully gets appreciated, like
Yeah.
ravens. Ravens
Bro.
and corvids.
Ravens are so smart. People always want to give parrots the praise for like mocking and like, speaking and stuff like that. Dude, ravens are so smart and they literally nevermore. Okay. They will talk to you basically. They are very good at mimicking out here. Real good.
In general are one of the 2 smartest kinds of birds.
Yeah.
In fact, ravens are so smart that
Problem
they've even
solving
started
out
doing
here.
something that we figured out thousands of years ago. Ravens and wolves have developed a mutualistic relationship where ravens will call out to wolf packs and lead them to food.
That's
In
right.
exchange,
Just
the
because they
ravens
want to
eat
eat.
whatever scraps the wolf pack leaves behind.
Correct.
But studies have shown that these ravens have actually started forming legitimate relationships with specific wolves in the pack, especially the pups. Ravens and yellows
like we're making sure we're
grabbing
cool.
sticks to play tug of war with the curious wolf pups and would even grab at their tails just to get them to give chase.
Yep.
And because ravens can remember individuals for up to 5 years, these ravens have started forming emotional attachments to certain wolves.
Correct.
Which is why this is a Disney movie just waiting to happen. And you
Can we make that happen? Disney? Somebody send this to Disney so that they can see this. Make it happen. We want that. I don't even know or really care what the premises is gonna be, but make it happen because I like Disney movies. Speaking of which, there'll probably be Disney movies being watched on my Patreon when I put that up soon. So be on the lookout for that. Moving on.
You know how I said corvids are one of the 2 smartest things with wings? It's because parrots are in the same class of intelligence, and it's an African gray parrot that's
Yeah, they're
considered
real
the
smart.
smartest. Which is probably why the 7th president of the United States,
Had one as
Andrew
a pet.
Jackson, owned one as a pet.
Correct.
So when President Jackson passed away in 1845, Pole the African gray attended his funeral.
Yep.
But he had to be escorted out because Pole the parrot started
Was not
swearing so
trying to help
loudly
in
it disturbed all the morning attendants.
Literally.
The foul mouse, already a tirade, could still be heard even after he was ushered out the room and eventually had to be carried out the house. When you
Dude.
think of animals that can actually talk, your mind probably draws a blank after parrots. You
No.
definitely wouldn't guess the next animal on here. In 1971 in Maine, Scotty Dunning and George Swallow came across an orphan baby seal on the shore of a harbor, and Swallow decided to take the little guy in. Because of its eating habits, he named the seal Hoover, after the
Okay.
vacuum.
Yeah.
After years of being raised by Swallow, Hoover would imitate his caretaker, repeating his favorite phrases with his thick accent to match.
Yep.
It's one of those things you would not believe if you never heard it. I want you to listen to this and keep in mind, this is a seal talking.
Mm-hmm.
As someone who spends a lot of time working around animals, zookeepers often end up learning way more than they need to know. But one of the more pleasant and safe for work things that zookeepers have discovered is that one of the most irritable animals in Africa
Bro.
is actually a big pushover.
Yeah.
The rhinoceros has a nasty and short temper, but it's only because they're legally blind.
Blind,
in one of
yeah.
the most dangerous
All
neighborhoods in the
things
world.
get smoked because
But
I don't know what it
anyone
looks
who's ever worked
like.
with captive rhinos quickly finds out that they have the personality of an armor-plated lapdog.
That's right.
They're playful, smart, have way more personality than you think, and they're incredibly affectionate. Cheetahs in captivity are slightly less affectionate. In fact, they
Yes.
can get so crippled by anxiety that they struggle to mate.
That's
The
right.
solution? Many
they're
cheetahs
small.
have gotten their own personal emotional support dog.
Yep.
Not only is it cute, the cheetahs use the more outgoing dogs as role models and will adjust their behaviors after them.
Yeah.
These dogs, which are usually shepherds or labradors, are introduced to their cheetah counterparts at an early age in supervised playdates.
That's
If all
right.
goes well, the pair rarely leave each other's side. As the friendship helps redirect the cheetah's natural nervous energy, the at-risk cats are less stressed and therefore more likely to mate.
Yeah.
The dogs win too, since many parks like the San Diego Zoo will use shelter dogs to pair with the wildcats.
Let's go.
In fact, this is Hopper, and he was actually rescued from a kill shelter.
Yeah. Go to shelters. Get doggos. Do it. Get your pets from there. Getting small new ones is cool. I do agree. Go say look how happy the doggo is. Look at him. Go get you one. Alright.
So it's a friendship that has the potential to save both animals. If that doesn't make you feel something, then this next story definitely will. This is Lala the penguin.
The
After he was
penguin.
caught in a fishing net and left injured, a Japanese family rescued him and nursed the bird back to health.
Okay.
And Lala was smart enough to realize he'd rather live in a rent-free air-conditioned apartment than have to fight for his life in the wild.
Hey.
One of Lala's favorite things to do was walk around the neighborhood and visit the local fish market.
I bet it
So
was.
his family gifted him with a backpack to carry his favorite snack of sardines and mackerel back home. Lala was so respected in his community that he never had to spend money for fish, he just paid for it with his presence.
Hey.
Lala lived with his foster family for 10 years until he passed away in 1996.
That's cool.
And for the final fact of this video,
Yeah.
this is Lawrence Anthony.
Uh-huh.
He was a conservationist that dedicated his entire life to rescuing and rehabilitating wild animals.
That's cool.
He was also known as the Elephant Whisperer after he was able to bring a group of escaped elephants back to their reserve and away from terrified locals who considered shooting them down. But in
Bro, leave the
2012,
elephants
Lawrence Anthony
alone.
unexpectedly died from a sudden heart attack.
Oh, that
After his
sucks.
death, a group of wild elephants, the same ones he had helped rescue, arrived at his house and stayed for 2 days in what onlookers could only describe as a vigil. They traveled several hours to get there, and some of the elephants that showed up hadn't been at the house in nearly 2 years.
Because elephants
the
never
elephants
forget.
would make the trip to their fallen caretaker's house at the same time each year around March 2nd. the exact day Lawrence Anthony passed away.
Mhm.
Elephants are highly emotional animals that will mourn the death of their own.
That's right.
Especially if it was an important member of their herd, like a matriarch.
Yep.
So it only made sense that they'd pay their respects to the man that gave most of his life trying to protect theirs.
Correct.
And there you have it, 22 animal facts to start off your 2022.
Hey.
Probably doesn't look like it, but these videos take a lot of time to write, record, and edit. So
No,
for more
no, they
consistent
do.
videos, make sure you follow my TikTok and Instagram. Both are going to be in the description. Also, if you'd like to support this channel beyond subscribe, my Patreon's also going to be down there. Other than that, drink water, hug your mother, pet a puppy, and have a good one.
Hey, there you go. Smiles in the beginning of the week. You get smiles. As he just got finished saying it, the like, subscribe. Drop a comment, turn on the post notification. Be on the lookout for when the Patreon goes up, for the link for that will eventually be down in the description. But until then, in the meantime, in between time, go down there and follow the Hypnotoad on Twitter, Instagram, Twitch. Come vibe with your boy, come meme it up, and I will catch you guys in the next episode. Good night, good morning, all that other good shit, and I will see you later. Peace out.
Maybe I should just quit and go back to making noodles.
Quit, don't quit. Noodles, don't noodles. You are too concerned with what was and what will be. There's a saying. Yesterday is history. Tomorrow is a mystery, but today is a gift. That is why it is called the present.